Students, what we have seen till now is the archaeological evidences, uniformity between different phases of Harappa civilization, that Harappa revealed the precedent of early Harappan period, contemporary culture prevailed in pre-Harappan period, as we can see Koddizi, Amri, Damsadhat, Soti Siswal. Some of the Harappan sites we have discussed that represent pre-Harappan phase, Koddizi Amri, and later we discussed about the Harappan urban civilization. Uh, we talk about Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Lothal, and Dholavira. So today topic is tracking the social differences. So archaeologists traces socio-economic differences in Harappan society by adopting the following methods and techniques. So here you can see two methods. One is the burial, another one is the artifact. What is the burial? The act of putting the dead body into the ground. And when we talk about the artifact, that are an objects tool that was made in past. How could they trace the social differences? Okay, so here the differences are in the burial trips, and you can see there is a difference in the burial tip. Some are just hollowed out space, whereas other lined with bricks. So if we talk about the burial, there was a differences in the burial pits. Okay, so you can see this Harappa civilization, they buried some precious metals along with their death one. Probably they believed that there was a life after death. However, some graves did contain pottery, ornament, jewelry, which were made up of semi precious stones. So, here another strategy to identify the social differences were the artifacts. So, when we talk about the artifacts, there are two types of artifacts. One were the daily use objects, okay, and which are easily available as they are made up of clay and stone, okay, and there are some luxurious items, okay, which are rare and and they are cost making and non-local, and whatever techniques are used for making them are complicated, okay. We talk about the utilitarian, you can see that it is a daily used object which are distributed among every city, every site you can find these objects. And when we talk about this, here you can find that large settlements like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro has large concentration of these luxury goods, whereas the smaller settlement like Kalibanga, there are lack of these luxury goods, okay. For example, when we talk about the miniature pots of faience, perhaps used as perfume bottle, are mostly used in Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. And you can see none of these objects, if you talk luxury goods, were found in the smaller settlements like Kalibanga. So come to the new topic, that is finding out about craft production. Here we will discuss about the craft production, the sites or center of the craft production. So how the archaeologists find this center of craft production? So here it is by raw materials such as stone nodules, okay, whole shells, you can see copper ore tools, unfinished object, rejected one, waste materials, okay. For example, a piece of, you can see, shell or stone cut to make object were discarded or as waste, okay, at the place of production. The minuscule bits were usually left to the work area. The finding of such material in a pile at various sites help archaeologists to identify them as the center of production. Here are some important center of production. You can see Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Chanhudaro, Lothal, Dholavira, Nageshwar and Balakot. They are important center of craft production. And when we talk about the Chanhudaro, you can see a tiny settlement of less than 7 hectares was almost solely devoted to this craft production, and which includes bead making, metal, shell metal working, shell cutting, seal making and weight making factories or production of this craft in Chanhudaro. When we talk about the Nageshwar and Balakot, was specialized center for making shell object includes bangles, ladders and inlay. Beautiful distinct pots were made with the help of potter wheels by Harappa and which were painted in red and black color. Okay, manufacturing of cloth was a significant occupation of this civilization. Then comes the beads making. Bead making was a favorite occupation of this Harappa civilization. The stones like carnelian, jasper, crystal, quartz, and statite, metals like copper, bronze, and gold, and shell, faience, and terracotta or burnt clay were used to make beads. As for the shape of the bead are concerned, they were numerous. You can see dish shaped, cylindrical shape, spherical, barrel shape, and segmented. And as far decoration part is concerned, it is some has been some by painting and some had designed into them. Some beads were made up of two or more shells, more stones, and some beautiful beads were made up of gold cap. So we have discussed about the bead making, in which we talk about the stones which were used, and then we saw the shape and what were the decorating part. Now we will talk about the technique for making beads. Okay, so here you can see the process of making bead. According to the material, they followed following steps. One was giving the shape to the bead, then it was color shape to the bead, color was given to the bead, then nodules were chipped, they were broken down into rough shapes and then finally flaked into the final form. Then comes the grinding, polishing and drilling complete the process of making beads. So here we talk about the technique which were used for making beads were the giving the shape. Okay, so here you can see it was easy to make beads of. When we talk about giving the shape, so we can take the example of statite. It is very easy to give the shape to statite as it is very soft in nature. You can see it is used in talcum powder. Okay, so what they did, they made a paste of that statite powder and beads of various shapes were molded out of it. Okay, then comes the colorings of the beads. So you can see the archaeologists they revealed or opined that the red color of the carnelian was obtained by firing the yellowish raw material and beads at various stage of production. So how they were getting the color. Okay, then comes the beads were or the last stones were cut or break into nodules. Okay, the nodules were finally flaked and then were used to make beads. Then the beads were ground after giving shape. Okay, they were polished and then drilled. Thus the process of making beads was completed. So when we talk about this process of drilling, there was specialized tool which were used for making the beads. And the drills have been found at several places such as Chanhudaro, Lothal and Dholavira. So here students, we finished the topic. Please go to the school website and log in into the school portals for your assignment and homework. Thank you.